All right, PeteMcTee versus SnessFresh. PeteMcTee, one of the best Dereks in the game. SnessFresh going in with the Macalon, which in the hands of a top player, Macalon is really freaking good. PeteMcTee going out early with these gun blasts. I always know the first three do damage. The last one is the big burst one. And Derek can kill at very early percentages, already getting that grab meter filled up. And when Derek gets that grab meter filled up, it's very, very lethal. Worst recovery when he makes up for the fact that his range projectiles are insane. Can angle up and down. The grenade coming out, parrying that grenade. PeteMcTee. SnessFresh trying to space him out with these forward airs. And of course, PeteMcTee with that grab does so much percentage. PeteMcTee firmly in the lead right now. SnessFresh taking it really, really patient. A lot of Macalons you'll see will just go on with down airs, forward airs, just trying to out pressure the opponent. SnessFresh taking a little bit more patient, waiting for PeteMcTee to make a move because Derek can easily counter hit you. If Derek can react to you, then it's over. Back throw coming out from PeteMcTee has that knockback shot on deck. You have to forgive me if my Derek knowledge is a little shoddy, but I know what kills. And that almost did right there, but not hitting. SnessFresh with the dash attack. Now PeteMcTee off stage, so easy to gimp Derek, but Pete knows how to recover on stage to mix it up and gets a stock for his troubles. Forwarders coming out from SnessFresh again. Really wanted to get this stock off of Derek, taking advantage of Derek's very, very, very bad recovery. The fact that he needs a stage to actually recover. And, going out far. Pete's going to need to use that grenade to recover. Barely actually manages to find his way back, but as soon as I say that, I realize that Derek's recovery isn't actually that goated. It's good, but not able to find that recovery. And SnessFresh able to equalize the stocks while only taking 14% of extra damage on his second match. This is going to be a fantastic set already from these opening moments. Both players playing very, very patiently. And it's going back and forth. PeteMcTee with an early kill. But, oh, my throat's going. Oh, boy. Both players very, very even right now. Taking into the fact, wait, it is pretty much even game. Both players running up and shielding. Both players very, very knowledgeable about what the opponent can do and wanting to stave off any potential attack. SnessFresh going for that command grab side B. Looking to carry Derek into an early grave. Side B is coming out. SnessFresh going high. Derek's projectiles go far, but they don't go that far. SnessFresh can easily just go high, avoid the attack, land with a down air, land with something. Up B stalls coming out. Tries to go catch PeteMcTee on a down air. Doesn't manage to, but gets that down air instead. Looking for a back air tail swipe and manages to get him. Huge hitbox from SnessFresh, able to Derek. Stuff is happening upstairs. Can't get distracted by what's happening upstairs. This is going to be a long set, but it's going to be a good set. PeteMcTee with the back throw on SnessFresh. Of course, going after the stall. Can't fault Sness for going for these stall tactics. Of course, some people might call it a lame way to play. I call it the optimal way to play. But what else is optimal is getting that, I believe, up air to steal out Sness's second stock. Both players, again, at an even playing field. And this could go either way. This is a set that I desperately need to see go game 5. Parries the shot, does SnessFresh. Gets some forward airs going. Catches the tech roll in with the command side B. Pete barely makes it back on. Can Pete barely makes it back on? He does in fact make it back on. Catches the roll in. Had the shield on it, but SnessFresh gets the bite. And the healing sticker means SnessFresh gets basically back to a full stock advantage. But PeteMcTee going in close quarters, Derek. Derek is actually very underrated in close quarters. Can catch you off guard if you're not ready. Getting his grabs in, especially against Macalon. Heavy boy. The forward smash grab does not pan out this time, but the back throw does. Macalon's back throw, always a very, very strong move and a very, very potent and optimal kill option. SnessFresh taking game 1 over PeteMcTee. Whew. My throat is absolutely going to be gone by the end of this. So thankfully I have some throat lozenges. jumping right back in. I think they're gentlemanly to be trained this, or extended this whole set. PeteMcTee, SnessFresh, game number 2. SnessFresh goes in with an early dash attack. PeteMcTee counteracts with unloading his entire clip onto SnessFresh. Grenade coming out, uses the spring up and catch SnessFresh with a bit of a, I think, either up angled side air or an up air. I think it was an up angled side air. But SnessFresh with the flame breath, catching PeteMcTee with the multiple hitboxes and getting a back throw into some downers, racking up a ton of percent on PeteMcTee right now. And it's looking rough. This is where Derek's shortcomings are very evident. PeteMcTee unable to make it back. A few timely edge guards from SnessFresh, and Derek's stock is gone. SnessFresh with a dominant start to this game. PeteMcTee playing from the back foot now. But if anyone can make it back using Derek against Macalon, it's PeteMcTee. So let's find out what's going to happen here. SnessFresh going for the stall out tactics. You got to respect it. PeteMcTee doing his best to find an opening, but SnessFresh is up an entire stock and going potentially for the timeout here. But PeteMcTee able to find these avenues of attack. Even though it's looking as like a timeout, PeteMcTee has been able to get a little bit of percentage every time that SnessFresh has managed to land. That is a stall tech I've never seen, but I guess you can side B into the stage multiple times. But as soon as I say that SnessFresh is not able to find any avenue of attack, able to get a few percentage on PeteMcTee, goes for the down air, trying to find any way to get rid of SnessFresh of his first stock, but going deep. PeteMcTee does manage to man his way back on stage. SnessFresh going deep. And when SnessFresh starts to play again, PeteMcTee almost managed to take a stock, so SnessFresh can go right back to the upper blast zone, taking it on a nice ride. PeteMcTee able to punish SnessFresh for going deep, trying to find the back air ledge guard, and able to find him waiting, able to catch SnessFresh slack and not holding shield. That means you're not going to keep this stock for much longer. Getting rid of all those 3 damage shots, just looking for that kill shot, goes to the up air, but SnessFresh able to fade downwards. PeteMcTee going down, forcing himself to recover. But SnessFresh on the other side of the stage grabs SnessFresh from freaking Marth grab range, and actually managed to find a grab. Not able to find the kill though. Interesting. I don't know if SnessFresh had an up B, potentially did not have an up B left, so just went for the stalling loss of a stock. But it's still looking very dangerous for PeteMcTee now, using the grenade to go up high. But SnessFresh ready for it and hitting low, using the reload to stall out the recovery, and unfortunately PeteMcTee not able to find it. And this is where Derek's shortcomings are very evident, even with a great Derek player like PeteMcTee managing to find himself in winner's top 8. It's a hard matchup versus Macalon. I'm not sure if PeteMcTee has any other characters they can fall back on, but they might need to pull something out for this game 3. Because right now, SnessFresh is looking firmly in control, looking to go for the timeout. Ooh, SnessFresh, PeteMcTee actually parrying the blow. But, actually managed to find an early spike on SnessFresh, and is actually, despite everything that's happened so far, we are an even game. PeteMcTee, SnessFresh, last stock, game 2. And despite all the stalling, PeteMcTee playing so patient, not letting the stalling get to him, managing to bring it back to a last stock. Caught SnessFresh sleeping a little bit below the stage. This could be doable. SnessFresh very much in the lead. Timeout rules do apply. If we get to 0 minutes on the clock, the person with the least percentage will win. But PeteMcTee bringing the percentage gap within 2. One stray hit, doesn't even have to be a kill hit, will actually put PeteMcTee in a winning situation, except I lied because that only did 2%, but now up to 72%. Sness can't stall anymore. He's got to go for the kill. He's got to get some percentage on PeteMcTee, but PeteMcTee is ranging him out. He's got to go aggressive. There's only 1:35 left on the clock. PeteMcTee looking to close this out, but a back throw from SnessFresh. If he can get this edge guard, it's looking like curtains, and gets the core throw. I'm sorry, it's the command grab. Gets the side B command grab, and it was looking so promising for PeteMcTee, but that spike that far out is going to absolutely do it, and that is going to be SnessFresh giving PeteMcTee a sliver of hope before wrenching it away with the power of a top tier. PeteMcTee putting up a fight. PeteMcTee, don't know if he's going to stick it out with the Derek, because he was able to make some magic happen that last little bit, but it got snuffed out very quickly. Will PeteMcTee pull out a pocket we have never seen before, or will we see the Derek go out for the game 3? There it is. The Derek is coming out for the game 3. I respect that so much. You know what? Sometimes you just got to go for the Derek. Sometimes instead of going for someone that does well against a top tier, you just got to stick it out with who you know best. Rely on your pure funnies, and that's what PeteMcTee is doing right now. Game 3, SnessFresh up 2-0. Can Pete make the reverse 3-0, or will we see a SnessFresh victory here? 6 minutes on the clock. Pete trying to find something going on, but SnessFresh going full stall mode right now, knowing well that the moment that he goes down, PeteMcTee has a chance to counter hit him, and he does not want that to happen. So Sness is just going to use the shield, going to play very safe, and not let Pete find a way in. That being said, SnessFresh does have 4%, while Pete has no damage. So if we were to do nothing, if no interactions were to happen for the rest of the game, then PeteMcTee would actually take this game. But that's not going to happen. SnessFresh goes for a hard forward smash, but unfortunately, Pete not able to find a punish on it. SnessFresh able to get some Flame Breath off onto PeteMcTee, though. 9% to 10%. We are in for a very, very long haul. PeteMcTee with some shots coming down, trying to find that knockback shot. At this point, I guess you don't really want a knockback shot. You want those damage shots to really rack up that percentage, because this is a game that's going to go potentially to timeout or a very, very close. SnessFresh, those fade back forward airs. Twitch ad breaks coming in at the worst possible time. Thankfully, this VOD is going to be uploaded onto my YouTube channel, Shadox VG or SDocs on YouTube. Thank you for letting me shamelessly self-promote myself during this ad break. Anyways, PeteMcTee fishing it with these up airs at a very 35% isn't that much, but when you're going to play as Macalon, who will camp you to hell and back, it is a lot of damage to make up. Going deep with that back air. Now SnessFresh actually forced to go non-linearly out of fear of a PeteMcTee down air. Both players kind of scrap. We're in that scrappy phase now. Up SnessFresh now up 50%, goes for the back throw and able to take care of PeteMcTee's stock at a very, very early percentage. The Derek matchup is very, very unwinnable. Or the Macalon matchup for Derek is very, very unwinnable for Derek. But PeteMcTee going to try his best, trying to combo SnessFresh, but Sness just going to run off the edge, knowing full well he can recover from pretty much anywhere across this battlefield, air and land, master of air, land, and sea. If they're ever at a water stage, Macalon would probably be the master of that too. Well, he'd probably have to talk to Magician with that pirate skin of his. SnessFresh once again going for the high stall tactics. And hey, it's working. Goes for the side B, trying to end PeteMcTee's stock again early, but that greed actually cost him as PeteMcTee able to get that down air. And we're back to an even game in terms of stocks. Percentage-wise, it tells a different story, but as with last game, you never know when PeteMcTee might strike back. No matter how much percentage he has, he can always have the chance to kill as Derek. Shields that forward smash. Actually, almost broke his shield there. That would have been an absolute definitive stock for him. But only able to get 34 onto Macalon off of that. PeteMcTee uses the up B to actually fade away from the Dragon's Breath, but SnessFresh is actually able to get it back here, which actually helped him a little bit more. Uses the grenade to help PeteMcTee recover, but unfortunately uses an up air instead of a up recovery, and that's going to be SnessFresh up pretty much an entire stock. It's looking super dire for PeteMcTee right now. And again, even though PeteMcTee might be the Derek Master, but SnessFresh is looking like the Derek Slayer right now. Spacing out these forward airs, spacing out everything, using his shield, stalling him out. It's a wonder that PeteMcTee is able to still pull off these insane conversions every once in a while with his mentality. He has 2 minutes to try and make something work. It's dicey, but actually catches SnessFresh going up. We have ourselves a last stock scenario. Just as I say it's looking hopeless for PeteMcTee, he manages to even it up. We have a last stock scenario, and there's like 2 minutes left on the clock. PeteMcTee, despite using pretty much the worst character in the game, or one of the worst characters in the game, is able to bring it back to last stock. Despite being down for most of the game, going for a long recovery, manages to make it back up. As percentage racked up, but even though PeteMcTee has so much percentage right now, I would dare say this is an even game. And SnessFresh hits the back air to close it out. That was a valiant effort from PeteMcTee, but that's going to be a 3-0 in SnessFresh's favor. A very, very, very close 3-0.